बनेगा करोड़पति?
करोड़पति। चलो शुरू करते हैं मीर भाई। तो मतलब बेसिकली ये चैनल ऐसा बनाया हम लोग ने कि ताकि वी जस्ट वांट टू नो अबाउट योर इमिग्रेशन जर्नी and just to explain to the viewers what they're going to face when they come over here. Okay, this is like the first of many series, and then we'll start with apna second hometown, Australia. Okay, so I'll
Second.
just give yeah, I'll give the viewers a background about yourself. Like, so from what I know, so you're from Pune, Maharashtra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
finished your बैचलर्स फ्रॉम पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी। 4 साल पढ़ के आपने मस्त मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की बिना बंदी के। फिर यू डिसाइडेड टू वर्क फॉर 1 ईयर और फिर आपने ऑस्ट्रेलिया आने का सोचा। सो व्हाई डिड यू डिसाइड टू वर्क फॉर 1 ईयर एंड देन कम टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया? व्हाई नॉट बिफोर दैट? व्हाई नॉट आफ्टर दैट? लाइक एंड व्हाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया ओनली?
Um, so I've always wanted to leave India and study something very specific, and then I thought about coming immediately after I finished studying. Like all my exams and everything was done, but then
Yep.
um, it just made more sense to work for a year before coming, and I was working in a decent brand. Um, so it was better that I had that on my resume versus just coming over here directly.
Yep.
And yeah, it was a good decision that way.
Okay,
Now
so
that
now that
yeah,
yeah
now that
now
I can look back, I think I should have stayed in India for a couple of years more.
okay.
But then
Why,
again,
yeah, is that because more better job opportunity over here because it will give you some experience, or what? Or why? Or just because you want to do experience more working in India or something like that, or what?
yeah, experience more working in India, experience the work culture more, have a better idea related to work. Um, just work teaches you a lot of things. That's not to say uni doesn't teach you a lot of things, but work has its own
Yeah,
flavor
like
and
it.
just
Yeah,
learn a
yeah.
lot.
It doesn't teach you about work. Not, I think so. What you're trying to say, not specifically for work, but just
Yeah,
the things that you manage and your perspective towards life in general after you work
yeah,
over there. Yeah,
yeah.
like you think
It
differently.
teaches.
Your standard of thinking becomes a bit one level up. Is what I'm trying to understand from what your statement is.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
does. Like
now,
in
so
terms
yeah,
of
so
like the
that's
technical stuff, but in terms of other more soft skills, more wisdom.
mm,
If
yeah,
if your
better.
ultimate aim to get back to industry, then it just makes more sense to.
Yeah, better decision making skills. Basically, you want, like, you can make better
Yeah,
decisions and faster decisions. Okay, so now that you have, like, you feel
yeah,
that way and everything, then you come back to now to uni life and you chose Monash. Basically, you chose Monash.
yeah.
Now it's one of the, like, top universities in Australia. Basically, top universities in Australia.
Top.
So yeah, so tell us about like being in Monash, whether the master's degree really useful, not useful, like a be very specific and truthful as possible about your journey in Monash and what do you really feel about it.
I think Monash, like a master's at Monash, is was way different than what I had imagined it to be. I think
Okay.
that's true of like everyone. You can't really prepare for it. It's different in the sense that Monash is a very research focused university, and there's no hand holding at Monash, no little things that they would explain. It's just they expect you to know everything and then get right
Yep.
into it. There's no
And will
settling down period. There's no, oh, you might not know these things. No, you are expected to just hit the ground running day one. That's it. Um, so in that sense, it's very intense. It's hard, but you'd expect that from a university as highly ranked. Um, and I would say more than the hard part about leaving India is just the culture shock. For example, you have to come here. You have to first get to know a different culture. Um, in addition to that, you have to look after your own self. That is doing things physically as well as for your own mental health.
Yep.
And you have to study these some of these subjects are very intense. You never
Yep.
touched things like that before in your life, and you probably won't again in your life, because
Yep.
really the research is very high level, and
Yep.
there's only
So
so many places that do that or can do that.
yep. So would you say that other universities are more like industry oriented than research focused, basically, than Monash? And that's something
Yeah,
that you should have, like, maybe we, like, you and I both didn't know about at that time or something like that. That is more research oriented than industry oriented. And like maybe if you had to select some other university that was more, obviously it depends on your goal. But if you had to select some
yeah.
other university that was more industry oriented, it would have been a bit more easier just to in terms of work.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, for sure. If at all we uh, did look at certain aspects like that, which I don't know how we could do that. Like even now, how we can do it. Like how can a
Yep.
person be like this university has is more research based, this is more industry based, till you're not physically there or you know someone who's
Yep. Yep. Yep.
actually at the university. But
But
yeah, definitely.
now people know because like they'll know from you right now. So yeah, now
Yeah,
people will know. Like yeah,
they'll know from us, but how can you know? There's no way to know, and there's some excitement to that as well. You know, that you can
yep,
only like research on so many things. So hey,
correct,
you make
correct,
mistakes.
correct.
That's all right. And we got
Yeah, I
through.
don't. Yeah, I don't think so. There's anything bad or good, but yeah, like just yeah, if you really want to be that focused, like someone who's really spent a lot of time in India and worked for a long time, and then wants to really be like because focused and wants to know he knows his path, then he can make better decisions just by knowing all this stuff. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you were talking about culture shock and everything. Then how did you adjust to this stuff? And then how different are you from the day one Mihir that you came landed in Australia at the moment? Then
Um, I think age, time, and COVID, of course, it
yeah,
teaches you a lot about yourself. I think when I came here, I was more idealistic, more ambitious, uh, more foolish. Where I think now I'm more wise, more realistic.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and there's certain things you want different things at 23 versus 27. You just want different things from life.
correct, correct.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah,
When actually, yeah, when
yeah,
I came to when I was thinking about Australia, like I've never
yeah,
seen Australia. Maybe some YouTube searches and everything. I
yeah.
always like I don't know. We brought up in India, so we always imagine anything abroad supposed to be somewhat like America. That's the first go to. At least in my head, it's the first
Uh-huh.
go to. Like everything has to be like America. So when I actually came over here, and then I
Yeah,
was a bit disappointed, to be honest. Like I not disappointed in a way, disappointed, but like it was very different to what I thought it is going to be. Like
yeah,
I मुझे तो सच्ची में लगा मुझे Australia is going to be like America, literally America, very much advanced. I'm not saying I'm not been to America, so I can't say when it says it's very much advanced or anything. But that's the feeling that you get, right? Very much advanced, very much fast and everything. You come, you
yeah,
understand. Like even the best of cities, maybe now Melbourne is a bit more crowded, but that are not so much crowded. It's like it's a bit different lifestyle, very laid back, very lonely. You need to make
yeah,
plans to go out with your friends. So.
yeah.
What do you feel about this? Like that first time that you came over here, you really feel like me, like it's gonna be like America, it's gonna be very high tech and all that stuff and all that.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think I expected more crowd. Firstly, I expected Monash to be bigger. Like they say, Monash is a big university.
It is
It's
big. It is big,
big.
man.
It's
It's
it's big by Australian standards, but it's not a big university. Like both of us are from Pune, and like Pune
oh,
has
you're
like
like comparing to Siangad
like
University, yeah.
yeah, like crazy big, and it's not crazy big. It's big enough. Like it's annoyingly big at times if you have to go from one end to the other for a lecture.
Hmm.
But it's not big, and the culture. And there's like various culture shocks. Like first day, I think every Indian first thing that they notice is like the paper, the toilet paper, and no spray.
Oh,
I noticed that. After that, everything shuts down at 6. Like nothing. There's like supermarkets and cafes. Some cafes. That's it.
some cafes.
Everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Some restaurants. Some.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no difference on the number of vehicles on the road at 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. It's the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no difference. It's very different that way because in India, like we leave the house at 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's when like
Yeah,
when the night starts, right? That's when the night starts. You leave at 8, come back. No matter how busy you are, you're out till like maybe 10, 11, and then come back, eat some
yeah,
dinner, or eat dinner outside and all. And
yeah. Eat dinner outside. Leave the house, have chat, come back.
yeah,
After
just
dinner,
have like
okay,
yeah,
let's go
just have
have
vada
dinner.
pav on the road. Just come back. Yeah, that's it. Just
Yeah,
eat something on the road.
yeah. If
Yeah,
your parents are not in the mood to like do anything, you go out, get pav bhaji for everyone,
yeah,
noodles, whatever.
yeah,
It's more convenient that way. There's you have to like travel and get stuff from supermarkets. Uh,
yeah,
Convenience. I think the convenience part is something that is very different
yeah,
from India because we're so closely packed, in India.
yeah.
So it's just more people
Everything.
here. Whereas
Yeah,
here it's
yeah.
all spaced out, so you have to go.
Yeah, yeah. You need to plan a lot for everything over here, like the basic of plans. I think so. That's a good
Yeah,
thing, and that's a good thing actually. Sometimes when you think about that, you be more less reliable on other people or other things, other conveniences around here. Also, I've noticed that people in Australia plan their holidays much in advance. I have never planned my holiday more than 1 week before in advance. Believe me or not, I never planned it before. And then this is like people plan like 1 year in advance their holiday. And second thing, the second thing is the weather talk over here. Like
oh
it's like
god.
the most talked thing. It's like the weather over here. Like how many times in a day do you speak to about weather to different people?
In India, we never spoke about weather. Like only boring people talked about weather. My god, the weather here. Uh,
Yeah.
Fluctuates
Yeah,
more than
yeah, it fluctuates like anything, but the crazy part is like how everybody talks about weather. That's the crazy part about it. Like that's like the common point. That's like the go-to phrase when you don't know anybody. Just talk about weather. But the good thing about Australia, I think so. People are they're very kind and they're very. I think so. They are most of them are very truthful. Like they will say it on your face if you're doing something wrong. They will tell you. They will help you out. I think so. They wish each other in the morning, good. I
yeah,
don't want a good day or whatever. Yeah. So that's
yeah,
something that's supposed that we can learn from. Uh, Contrary to like in India where even we don't even say thank you to people. Like sometimes over here like we're very respectful to other people's occupation over here too. Like no matter what he
yeah,
does or what she does. Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a good thing. So